Happy Wednesday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Please like the live stream video that we're doing right now. How are you? How is everybody? Hey, we got Scott Pledger in here. Hey, yeah to you. Kane Weatherall, big old tattoo. Thomas Garfield staring off into the cosmos. We got my mail. Oh man, such memories. Kevin Mall, we're going streaking through the quad. You think KFC's open? Steve Zeidman, hello to you, my friend. Podman, hello. Got your Walkman there with the pink ear covers. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Adrian Dunkerley, afternoon, boss. Afternoon to you. Fundamentally speaking, you guys are all, let's go back. You are my boss. Because if you don't watch, then I'm doing something wrong. I got my like clicked. Very good. Thank you, Kevin. Click the like button. I don't know if that ever really does anything, but I guess we're supposed to do that. We're supposed to ask for likes and subscriptions. Yeah. What's up to you, Ed G? Ed, is that the Ed G that I know and love with your reel to reel right there? Got some VU meters down there at the bottom. Ed, is that you? Well, of course it's Ed. Of course that's you. Flux capacitor 2112. Dorset, England. What's up, mate? I can never say that right. My neighbors across the street are from the UK originally. And he always says mate to me. And it sounds so natural to him. Whenever I say mate, it sounds strange to me. I don't feel like it is good. Ed G changed his profile picture. I love it. Susan Daniel Steele. Hiya from Virginia. Hello, Susan. Or Suzanne. Susan, probably. Kako 40. Hey, Ken. Hello to you. How old are you, though? Me? I'm 46. Gino, my boy. Gino had a birthday last weekend. So let's all wish Gino a happy birthday. I think he turned, what was it? Gino, you turned 39. So let's all wish Gino a happy birthday right here in the comments. I would sing, but you probably don't want me to do that. Everybody wish Gino a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Gino. Yeah. Michael Dickerson, Superman. We need the 411 on Andrew Jones MoFi speakers. I don't know anything. I haven't talked to him. Maybe I should send him a message. The last thing I heard was at Axpona, which was, what was that? When was Axpona? April? Yeah, it's in April. End of April. How does Metallica turntable look without fingerprints? LOL. Have you been enjoying it? Oh my goodness. Yes. Actually, it's running right now. Here. So I'm gonna listen to some music. Hopefully quiet enough that I don't get a copyright strike. All right. Don Finney. $10. You've changed my system and made listening more fun. Thank you. Thank you, Don. That is a heck of a compliment right there. No, I love the turntable. It's made me want to listen to more music, and I've been playing it a ton. I, on a high, just bought a refurbed Dynaco ST70. Going back to tubes. Very good. That's awesome. I don't mean to make a big deal about this, Susan, but rarely do we have a lovely lady in here. Usually it's just lovely dudes. So welcome. Racing Demon 6464. Big hello from Belfast. I have a good stream, Rainy. Gotta go. Those wooden stairs to Bedfordshire, sadly. Oh, go up those. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, my friend. Thank you for the super chat too. 10 euros or pounds. I never know. I think that's pounds. 10 pounds. 10 quid, right? I hope so. Thank you, my friend. Are bookshelf speakers with a subwoofer as good as a tower? For example, R700 versus R200 with a sub. I've said this a few times. I prefer 2 bookshelves with a sub. And if you can put a high pass filter on the bookshelves, even better. However, I can't make a blanket statement that says bookshelves with a sub are better than tower speakers because they all sound different. So I can't say that for sure. If it's me in my system, it's usually 2 bookshelves with a sub, if that makes sense. This is good. I don't know if you can hear that. All right. What do you guys think I'm listening to? Let's have a little quiz. Simon Hackshaw, greetings, sir. Happy birthday to Gino and many more. Thanks, as always, for the time and effort. Thank you, Simon. All right. So what do you think I'm listening to? I'll give you a hint. It is from one of the bands on the wall. Okay? But we have to get the actual record. So no, it's not Slipknot. It's not Slipknot. No, it is not. It is not. Chris Studebaker. I really love your AKM Gishelli J2 case with a metal and palette look. What style is it called? They just, I don't know. I guess distressed. It's called Cheap Audio Man style. No, they did that as a one-off for me, Chris, which was very, very, very nice. Imran, what's up, brother? Hello from Pakistan. Thank you. Hold on. Are you in Silco? Okay, somebody wanted to hear it again. Are you in Colorado? I think I said Silco because I had Pakistan on the brain. There, that's all you get. I don't know if you heard that. No, it's not Rob Zombie. It's not Twisted Sister. It's one of the bands up on the wall. Does Audiovana work with the Weem? No, I don't think so. No. Audiovana, however you say it, like works with your files. Okay. In utero. Okay, so right band, wrong record. So Rob is onto the right band. That's right. Amadeus has got Nirvana. All right. Muddy Banks of the Wishka. No. Nope. It's not. Next guest. Come on now. We have a winner. My mail. Bleach. That is right. We are listening to Bleach right now. When they were still under the Sub Pop Records contract. Yeah. So Nirvana Bleach from Sub Pop Records. Me. All right. We got Stereotype 0815. Hey, Randy, and greetings from Germany. Guten Tag, Stereotype. Do you know anything comparable to the JBL Studio 530? Love the sound, but can't deal with the appearance. I don't know. Hold on. Craig Myers was first. All right. Craig Myers got it first. Okay. So Craig Myers wins the Nirvana contest. Craig, unfortunately, you don't win anything except for a heartfelt thank you from the Cheap Audio Man. Now I'm all screwed up. I forgot what the question was. 530. Something comparable to the 530. I don't know. Truth be told, I didn't love the 530s. I didn't. I did not. So if I remember correctly, I felt like they were pretty thin. They were detailed through a big soundstage. I thought they were a little thin. Actually, I'm listening to Wharfdale. I know you can't see him. the Evo 4.1s right now. They're pretty awesome, and they're quite pretty. I don't think you could go wrong with those. Eddie's given me a virtual hug with his drone with LEDs on it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Looks like Emotiva have their new subs on their site now. You get any for a review? No. I do have the PT2, which I'm listening to right now. I'm listening through the internal phono preamp of the PT2 with the Metallica turntable. It's so beautiful. The project cleaner is pretty sweet, but pricey. Very cool. All right. I'll go up to Bobby. Bobby Crumpley, how is your record cleaning game? I just upgraded to a new turntable, but my LP cleaning skills are lacking. I did a video on the Record Doctor. It's the first record cleaner I've ever had. And it worked. It took a old record that I had, or one that popped and clicked, and cleaned it right up. I think they're about $200, $230, something around. Nothing much to say other than thank you for being you and this, my favorite channel. John, $20. You're a lovely man, John. You look a little bit like Andrew Robinson in your profile picture. Are you Andrew Robinson? Alter ego? No, he's really getting after it. All right. It would be interesting if I get a copyright strike. John said, haha. You do. Doesn't he look like Andrew Robinson a little bit with the light, the chin? Fred Crook, I still have my disc washer. D4. Any recommendations on a good Bluetooth receiver for under $200? Yeah, the Wii Mini Streamer. Because not only do you get a Bluetooth, you get AirPlay too. You also get a streaming platform. So you may not even need to use Bluetooth for the low price of $80 or $90. Most Bluetooth receivers are more expensive and they sound worse. So yeah, definitely. That's what I would get. Fred Crook says it's really old bottle and brush. You can get, I think there's something called like a record vac or something. It's just something you stick on the end of your own vacuum cleaner. I think they're like $30. William Pierce, looking for a good pair of speakers. No more than 3,000. 66-year-old, and these will be my last pair. All right, William. I'm going to come back to you, but 3K is a very good budget. Truth be told, I am not the expert on things really north of about 1,500. I mean, I've had some in here that are like 2,500. If you're looking for three-way, you can look at the Model 5s from KLH. However, they're not the like punchiest thing on the bottom, and you got to get them close to a wall. So yeah, if you want towers, a lot of options with towers. All right, they're just gonna go random. Boom. Leo, any recommendations on okay? Just went through that one. Chris Smith. Randy, yesterday I purchased the Wii Mini, hooked to my Audiolab 6000A, digital out, running Amazon Music Ultra HD, and could be more pleased. Thank you so much, brother. I hope you mean couldn't be more pleased. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you like it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Time to flip the record. You know what? I always made fun of these things, these record weights, but I'm kind of digging it. Not that I think it makes like a big sonic difference, but I do see the record lay more flat. Just turn it on. Use my brushy. There's some dust on there. Yay! I love this new turntable. Love this record. All right. All right, all the way to the bottom. Question is what? Oh, okay. This is somebody else. Brad, guitar man in Texas. I miss my Shure V15-4 stylus, which had a groove cleaner / stabilizer. Very nice. Hollywood, I bought the J2. It'll be here in a week. Thanks for your recommendation. Very good, Hollywood. I have two right here. Love them. What qualities in a speaker should I look for? I listen to EDM, house music, under $500. Well, Adel M. If you like that, you probably want something a little bit more emphasized on the bottom end. I would look at the Q Acoustics 3030i. They'll get you, punch you right in the face. I think you'll like it with those, with your type of music. Yo, Randy, do you recommend a power supply for the Shelly J2 DAC? Yes, otherwise it won't work. It comes with a power supply. There's a kind of a Jeepers Creepers. We've had a lot of a lot of comments. So there's been some rumblings in my Patreon group about linear power supplies for the J2. If you want to, but I don't use anything. It sounds great to me. Yeah. Todd Trowbridge, when's the last time you needed to clean a digital download? There you go. Todd likes the digital. Todd's got a really good setup. He's got Rune going into a bunch of pies and some other stuff. All right, we got some discussions going in here. Oh, back to Susan. I'm wanting info on mats on Turntable as well. See, cork, rubber, all kinds are necessary, are desirable. Okay. So what I ended up doing, now this is not the one that's on the table, Susan. This is an acrylic record mat. I have right now an acrylic record mat that's clear so that I can see the beauty of the turntable. I've always used felt. I know cork is nice. So it really depends. I like acrylic. Number one, because I can see through it. Two, that guy sent these to me. Who is he? Well, here's a felt one. Skylabs. So he has a vintage stereo shop in Des Moines, Iowa. Doesn't ship anything though. He'll ship you a vinyl or a acrylic record mat though. But he was very nice. I talked to him about YouTube stuff. He wanted some advice. Jason W., I want to thank you for the content. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old, which only allows me limited entertainment time. Your videos are top notch and are short enough to meet my limits. Jason, there's only one thing. Like, as fathers, we can see that we both gone through. We have shared adversity. And I know what it's like having a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. I have a 5-year-old right now. No more 6-month-olds. So I finally figured out what causes the kids. And so cut that right out. Oh, okay. Depends on the platter material. Roar the tiger. All right. Is Skylabs starting on YouTube? Skylabs is on YouTube. Yeah, you should go subscribe to them. Golly, this record's awesome. Seems like a bottomless rabbit. Okay, Todd's talking to somebody. All right. Who else do we have? J2 AKM versus the original. Which one has smoother upper mid range? Ooh, smoother upper AKM. Scott Pledger, $20. Thanks as always for what you do, Randy. Any new products you're excited about, audio or otherwise? The thing I was most excited about this turntable, I got a pair of Fluence powered tower speakers that I'm really interested in hearing how they do. They have a DAC in them, double 6.5 inch woofers. They're, I think, $500 for a pair. So yeah, kind of excited about those. Also have, I think, a set of new ELAC powered speakers on the way. Billy Winsock, 333 quid pounds. My Thin Lizzy on my Pro X tonight. Thinking of you. Where's my copy of Thin Lizzy? I've got to redo my record stuff here because I think it's about ready to. I don't want them all to fall off. Anyway, I've got a Thin Lizzy record here. Some ways. Yeah, this is it. Careful. Yeah. Billy, you need to run out and get yourself a copy of this. This is some good stuff, Billy. All right. Randy, just found Skylabs. You know them? Yeah, I talked to him the other day. Steve, he wanted some advice on the YouTubery. So we talked. He said, can I pay you to talk to me about YouTube? And I said, no, you can just call me and we can talk about YouTube. Gabe Dominic, have an RT82, Fozzy Audio X2, Ayima T9, Yamo S801. I found the bass is getting muddled. Thinking of return the Fozzy Audio, getting the i5 Zen phono preamp, and then the Yamo ASO 801 and replacing it with the C93.2s. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. I mean, you have a great system in there, but it's not going to be the most resolute. The Yamo S801's pretty small, so I think they're probably maybe giving a little bit more than they can give to kind of give the impression that there's bass. So yeah, and the Fozzies, again, not the most resolute of phono preamps. Still sounds pretty good though. I cannot tell you how much I like this record. All right. What mic do you use for your videos, live streams? This is a Shure. I don't know the model number. MV7? Something like that. I don't know. Ron from New Record Day told me to buy this one, and it was $200 or $250. So I said, okay. Hopefully it sounds all right. Can you review the Outlaw Audio 2160 Mark II? Sure. I've tried to get a hold of them, but they only have a phone number. 8-bit flea. So I've never talked to them. Nirvana, never heard of them. Ipso facto. It's a great group. You should check them out. They were big in the 90s. And then every other year after that. As X, we can tell. Nirvana played like $400, paid like $400 to master that album. That's $400 well spent. I like it. It's raw. Just finished auditioning a pair of Polk R200s for the last couple of weeks, and I still prefer the lively sound of the Sony. That's interesting. I just switched out the Sonys for the Warfadale Evo 4.1. RG says, no, it sounds great. That record's so present on the bottom. It's really something else. Best $400 they spent. We already went to that one. All right, Route 32 writing gear. Try not to spam the question, but I cannot find anything to answer this question. What is a good speaker set for someone with slight hearing loss in the higher end of the frequency range? Yamo C93.2s, Sony SSCS5s, B&W 60 something. The new B&Ws, I think, will give you what you're missing. Or you can just get an EQ. One moment. Hopefully this is not plugged in. Or you can just get one of these. This is a Schkit Lokius 6-band EQ. And then you can kind of go right over here and do whoop, and then do whoop, and then it should take care of you. Now I have to put this back. All right. Oh my God, Randy said B&W. I've never had them, but I mean, I trust Andrew Robinson, and he said they're pretty hardcore on the top end. So if you got some hearing loss, that's probably a good speaker for you. Nick Keller. I've been an audiophile for 69 years. Good for you, Nick. And I know for a fact, if you don't stack 8 Sith audio bottle caps under the Metallica turntable, it will sound non-musical, Randy. LOL, just kidding, pal. Wicked table. Nick, thank you so much, man. Nick is referring to some inside jokes from the video entitled Audiophiles Are Still Full of Crap, which was 1 year to the date that the first Audiophiles Are Full of Crap went up. Here we go. John, there you go. Andrew Robinson lookalike. John Caruso. I have the 607 S2s, and they're phenomenal. All right. And we're back. I just bought some of those caps. Haven't installed them yet. Can I join the Sith Audio Club? Yeah, it's free. You're in. That was it. You're joined. You do not get a card, though, because we don't have them. Yeah, those reserves are pretty decent. All right, time check. Hey, last Son show didn't come in. Could you fix that? I'm sorry. I don't know what that means, Wayne. EQ is a great idea. I can keep my Elex. There you go. It's probably cheaper than buying a new set of speakers. Route 32 riding gear. Do you sell motorcycle leather stuff? Brittany Marie, hey Randy, you said that the center channel speaker sold alongside the Sony SSCS5s isn't really good. Would you recommend as a center to go with them as left, right, and rear surrounds? 2 more pairs of Sony SSCS5s is what I would do. So use one as a center if you have the vertical space for it. And then the rears, you could go Sony's. If you wanted something smaller than the Sony's, I think Polk TSI 100s are on sale kind of perpetually till they are out of stock for about $100. That's a good speaker, and it's got keyhole hangers on it. Yes, all riding gear, just not bikes. Focus on cruiser and smallest dot helmets. Very good. Nothing like when you're trying to protect your brain housing unit from serious injury. There's nothing like going with the smallest dot helmet. I'm kidding. I used to ride. I still have a bike in the garage, but I would always wear a full face. There you go. Polk TSI 100s, $98. That's nuts. I actually need to do. I need to post that because those speakers are really good. Can you fix the RP600 dip with the EQ? You can mitigate it, but I think there's some resonance issues in that speaker too that you can't fix. But yeah, like 1K, bring that up, and then the one right next to 1K, bring that up a little bit too. Would you want to hang keyholes? No. The new Emotiva subs are powered with class AB amps. Wonder how much that matters for subwoofers and how they compare to their older subs. I don't know. I could probably get some in. I'm not like a subwoofer guy though. Like there's a guy, he's got a channel, Nemo Propaganda. He's like a sub guy. He knows a lot about subs. I don't really know much. They go boom. I usually don't use them that much unless it's movies. I just kind of barely dial them in a little bit. So, rancorous content, art, and music, live wallpapers. Like your channel, love how cheap stuff can sound expensive. I sub with 2 accounts, good content. I should like to know what your thoughts is about circle sound from the 70s, Corel speakers. I don't have any time with those. He wasn't a vinyl guy either. Any recs for e-stats? No, I don't, unfortunately. What's your quick thought on the Denon DP 300F? Haven't spent any time with it, so I don't know that one at all. Full face saved my jaw and eye. I never understood wearing just a brain bucket. It's up to you, right? So Texas, you don't even have to wear a helmet in Texas. Personally, I don't understand it, but if that's what people want to do, then they should be able to do it. And it's not illegal here. But yeah. Shit phono preamp or iFi Zen? I think the iFi Zen's better. And it pains me to say that because I'm not a big fan of iFi as a company. But I think iFi Zen is better than the shit. The shit's still good though. But yeah. Yeah. It's getting ready to get good here. This is fun playing records and doing a live stream at the same time. Any plans to review the Darlington Labs MM6 phono preamp? No, but I want to get more phono preamps in because I'm all back into the vinyl now. I'm having a lot of fun. Is Shure, Mike, what you said? Yes, Shure is how you spell it. Scott Pledger asking the real questions here. I must have missed something. Stoic Dan. Hey, look at that. What? Trevor. You're so nice to me, Trevor. Listen. You're very nice. Buying cup of coffee. That's like cups of coffee. Should cover current inflation rates. Finally made a midday live. Trevor, you're the best, man. Thank you so much. The new version of the Shit Manny is a nice improvement over the original. I'll see if I can get one of those in. Wayne Gilbert, I started the $3 membership. Your show didn't come in last Sunday. Yes, Wayne, the Zoom is for $5 and above patrons. I'm sorry. You get access to the Discord and the Facebook group at $3, but Zooms are $5 and above. It was getting crazy crowded in there, and I'm sorry I had to make the decision to kind of up it a little bit. So what you could do is change your membership and then see if it's for you, and if not, go back down to the $3. So sorry. It was just there was 90 people in there. Unfortunately, I have to run, but thanks again. Thank you, Scott. Sorry to repost. Do you think there is an integrated amplifier that can drive the HiFiMan Edition XS, or would I really need a separate headphone amp? I would definitely go with a separate headphone amp. With the stuff that's available from from Gishelli Labs, JDS, if you want to go with something like a Topping or an SMSL, absolutely, I would go with a separate headphone amp for those cans. The one that I would say is the exception to that is the Emotiva A2 Mini, because it's got a headphone jack on the front and you can actually jumper it to be 50 watts in your headphone. Beware though, if you do that, because you can destroy a headphone pretty quickly with those. But it's not an integrated amp in the traditional sense. It's an amp that has volume control, and then it has a killer headphone amp. GSUS, $5. Do you plan to run a website and host your reviews there like other reviewers, i.e. Critical? Also, I use a full face helmet. Bugs hurt at 70. That is true. Or like if someone kicks up some gravel, even when I'd wear like not a full face, I'd put like I had this face mask. It looked like a skull on the bottom. Real scary. Do I plan on running your website? I kind of have one already. It's called Cam Hi-Fi. So camhifi.com. It's a mess though. I don't like it. And I wouldn't say I'm revamping it. I'm probably just taking it down, and I'm going to put up a store because I've got a few products I'm going to sell through it. But short answer to your question is no, absolutely not. Critical had a website and then started a YouTube channel. But I think he measures a lot of IEMs and stuff like that. So, I mean, the website would just redirect back to YouTube anyway. So, I'm not saying it's not like impossible, but no plans of doing that right now. Yeah. I have a Rotel preamp and an amp 1070 and 1080. Think of buying an old Marantz. Will it work? Marantz amp or Marantz receiver? Either way, it would work. If you're using your preamp, you just run the amp out into one of the Marantz inputs. If it's a receiver, if it's a power amp, then just exactly like you're running now. All right. Plenty of time. Matt says, thank you. Thank you. Trevor, agree 100%. Emo A2 Mini for any hard to drive cans. I don't know if the Edition XS are super hard to drive, but I've always had them on a. I'm looking at them like they would tell me if they're hard to drive or not. I've always had them on a dedicated headphone amp, though. So I've never tried them from an integrated amp. Most headphone amps in an integrated amp are not like anything to write home about. I know there's obviously exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, for a set of headphones like that, you can get a very good, inexpensive headphone amp, and that's what I would do. If you put a Megadeth album on Metallica Turntable, would it get kicked off? I don't know. I get what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying. What should we play now? Here, let's change it up a bit. Go with the Tubular Bells. That record was sent to me by one of my good friends and patrons, Digital Dan. Dan is a great guy, and he finds the best deals on vinyl. So he got that one and he sent it to me. And the beginning of it was used in a movie. And I can't play it because it's copywritten. But as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I've heard this before. I don't know what side it's on. There we go. Oh, someone's already nailing it. There we go. Exorcist. That's right. Robert McCain. Here, see if you can hear that. Yeah. Love the new record table, Randy. I noticed the Cornell box set in a previous video. Favorite Chris. Oh, Cornell. Favorite Chris Cornell band and favorite solo album. Band's got to be Soundgarden. Although I listen to a ton of Audioslave as well. But like Soundgarden has kind of like that. That's from my youth, right? So that was put a lot of it means a lot to me because I had so many experiences when I was listening to Soundgarden. Favorite solo album. Let me see. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know what the record art looks like. It's like a pyramid, like a flame in it. Yeah. Cleve Smith, new here, retired at 65. Subscribed immediately. Renovating my home office from PC to speakers. Any recommendations for desktops that are built for high end audio? Like desktop speakers? There's a lot. I mean, these Evo 4.1s are pretty outstanding. They're a little bit big, though, for desktop. Dolly Spectre ones are really good. Trying to think. Emotiva B1 Plus, really good. Polk Reserve R100s would be really good. So, yeah. Higher Truth. Yeah, I like that one. I agree. Tough choice to make. Okay. Temple of the Dog. Yep, I like them too. I've got to run, but I suspect you could breathe new life into those Snells with the right power amplifier. No Class D, but a Class AB amp of 100 watts per channel, plus room dependent. There you go. Any American-made network streamer out there, Rune enabled. Off the top of my head, I don't know of any. Blue Sound is North American, but I don't think they're made in Canada. Michael Ruiz. Hey there, Randy. I don't make many of these live streams. Let's hope I don't get fired. Just kidding. Well, dude, you can watch this later. Like I will, I'll have it up. Do you like the SMSL A300? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got an Infineon 12070 amp chip. A little bit thin sounding, but it's still a very good, capable desktop amp. So yeah, $295. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like. Hit the pots and bells, pots and pans. PS Audio. Eddie's just saying that. Are SMSL A300 good as monoblocks? No. Well, I guess it depends on the monoblocks. No. The AOS, if you're looking for something like that, AO7 is really good from IEMA. I have the SMSL AO200 and I'm really enjoying it with the B2 Plus. Yes, the AO200 is great. It also has the Infineon 12070 chipset, but that one's balanced. That's also basically almost exactly like the DA9, but the AO200 has like a little USB input on it. They also have pre-built in EQs, and one of the EQs is called SBD or SDB, and it's really good. So now the A300 also has EQs built in, but they're not as well done as the AO200 or the DA9. Oh, American-made network streamer with Rune endpoint, PS Audio direct stream. Yeah, I bet that's really affordable too. Thank you, Eddie, for that. I'm not bashing you. PS Audio stuff's generally pretty expensive. That old Field album is under Universal Music now. They will hit you with a copyright strike. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Just about anything will get me a copyright strike. It'll be interesting to see if I get any. The whole Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell thing really sunk my heart, especially Chester, because Chris's death definitely was a part of his decision. Yeah. Like if anybody struggles with like emotional stuff and depression, please go talk to somebody. Have you ever listened to the DIY Class D amps from Ice Power? Actually, yes, Rob, I made one and it worked. And then I moved it and then it didn't work again. It was super thin. Super, super thin. So yeah, I didn't care for it. Are you talking about the one that like Toyd's DIY did? Because that's the one I built. The new P300 released by Bootcart. PS Audio, laugh out loud. Great if you want a $15,000 power conditioner. I think they make good stuff. It's outside of my price range for the channel. I'll just leave it at that. Hey Randy, what speakers would you recommend below 250? Easy. That would be the Sony SSCS5s, the Emotiva B1 Plus, Yamo S803s, Yamo C93 2s. I think you can get for $250. ELAC BS41s. Yeah, just to name a few. Late to the show, JBL Studio 5 series on sale right now. Yeah, I think those are kind of perpetually on sale now. Till they are no longer available. All right. 245. We got some time. New Klipsch R50M question mark. I don't know what that means. I haven't heard them. Maybe you can have a pair of P300 from Bookart to review. Would be interesting to see your perspective on a more budget-friendly speaker from the Danish company. Is that new? Because if it is, he hasn't reached out to me about it. Maybe he's mad at me because I gave the S400 Mark II kind of I said it was good, but I didn't do backflips over it. Maybe he's mad at me. Just bought the ELAC FS 248 and a Rotel RA 1572 Mark II. Played it so hard today that it mad. Dutch was the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Predator, I believe. Do you know the Focal Aria 906? I do not. Are they worth the money? In EU, they cost approximately 800 to 950 euros for a pair, sometimes even less. I may. No. Those are headphones, right? I don't know. I listened to a pair of Focal speakers that were around that in dollars. They were okay. I didn't think they were worth the price of admission, though. Really enjoying the sound of my Hyphaman XS Openbacks. Any recommendations on speakers with a similar sound? Oh, that's tough, man. Emotiva A2. No, Emotiva BT. Emotiva B2 Plus. It's not going to sound the same, man, but you'll get that level of clarity, I think. Yeah. Billy says, I have the 806 bookshelves. They're good, but there is better. I really want to get some of those Proax in, Billy. The P300 are brand new. I don't think your review was a negative one of the S400S Mark II. It was your honest take in a polite manner. I'll reach out to him. Mods. What's the best song to check sound quality on speakers? Ooh, you got to have a bunch of them, Al. You can't just have one. If there is only one track to test speakers, you can only choose one. It will be Tool. Oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the track now. Hold on, let me pull up my Cheap Audio Man test tracks. Why can I not think of this? All right, I'll have to pull up title. Let's go. Sorry, this is going to take a second, but now I'm curious. Let's go. Heart, playlists. Bear with me. Cheap Audio Man test tracks. All right. Oh, Metallica, Nirvana. Where is it? It's not Chocolate Chip Trip. That's good for soundstage and imaging, but that's not the one I want. It's Eulogy. Eulogy by Tool. If you can only use one track to test your speakers, it'd be Eulogy by Tool. Spam can. Laugh out loud. If you only glanced at the chat. Oh, was somebody saying Eulogy? Saying, man, Chocolate Chip Trip. Yeah, Chocolate Chip Trip is good for soundstage and imaging. Eulogy is good for everything else. But I have a whole list of 90 tracks. So yeah. I use Steely Dan and Bob Marley to test my system. Very good. We were talking about how well Steely Dan was recorded. I have a Bob Marley in there. Redemption Song is in my test track playlist. In Need, Grand Funk Railroad, my test track. Very nice. Du Hast. Very good. Ramstein. Eddie Jr. uses the Edric Humpty dance. Yeah. Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. I can't remember the rest. KLH Model 5s or Lintons for your preference. This is personal. Like, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm saying what I like personally. Just for me. My taste isn't your taste. I like the Linton. Cobra Kai soundtrack. I bet it's good. I haven't listened to it. Thoughts on the NP5 Prisma Mark II? I have not heard it, nor have I heard of it. I'm sorry. You love warm, eh? No, not at all. Actually, most people would probably say I like bright speakers. There's just something about that. I think the Linton for me was just, it. Like the Mono 5s, I felt like needed to be up against a wall, and they had a tendency to be too lively on top, even with the treble mod. I think the Linton is just a more easygoing speaker that doesn't really care about where you put it. Sounds big, pulls you in. Now the Mono 5s, don't get me wrong, there was some extraordinary what was it? Harvester of No, For Whom the Bell Tolls was the best I've ever heard. That song was on the Mono 5s. Personally, I just like the Linton. I thought the Linton plays more music. It's just not as picky. I think the Mono 5s are pickier now. When you get something right with the Mono 5s, it's completely end game. Could be for most people, but yeah, I like the Linton better. I mean, but I like warm. I like bright. I like all sorts of different speakers. He loves the tweeter sizzle. Kent Daigle. I do. I like something like 6K and up. You can give me a lot. 4K, no, I don't need a lot of 4K. But 6K, yeah, I could use anything up there. Hey, Randy, have you tried Moondrop? Dawn Dongle DAC? I have not. Or Periodic Audio Rhodium. I have tried the Rhodium. Yes. Eulogy by Tool. Great drum kicks. Tight. Test the sub. Michael Ruiz, $4.99. I won't get fired. I'm the boss. I just like to support. Keep up the great work, Randy. Right, Michael. You're the boss. Album with Flaming Triangle, Massive Attack. Oh, are we talking about Chris Cornell again? Will Carter, hey, love the channel. Great work. I'm creating a setup to listen to CDs using an old Pioneer receiver and a DAC. What budget speakers would you suggest? I keep going back. Sony SSCS5s, Emotiva B1 Plus, Yamaha S803, Yamaha C93-2 if they're on sale. So yeah. Randy, have you done the 305P Mark IIs? No. I don't even know what that is, Jerry. Unfortunately. Can't wait for the Model 7s at some point. Super Doogie. That'll be cool. Hey, Randy, love your videos. Too bad I live in the Netherlands. It's hard to get the audio products you review for decent price. Yeah. Yeah. Wharfdale, you probably get Wharfdale, right? Or CAF. Bucard, definitely. Yeah. What else? I would hope you'd be able to get Yamaha, but I think Yamaha's might as well be a U.S. company now. Whew. My ultimate studio setup uses a pair of Sony SSCS5s and a huge Behringer B2092A subwoofer, 2x8-inch, 360 watts. Very nice. What do you think we're not seeing many compact integrated 2-channel amplifiers with built-in room correction that are more affordable? That's quite a question. Why don't I? Because it's expensive. or because people can charge more for it. I agree with you. I mean, Buchart's got one. It's 3,000 euros that has room correction. I think NAD has one, but it's thousands. Spam can. Is there really such a thing as endgame though? I don't believe so. I think some people do. Paul, Schkid is hard to get in Europe. I've heard that. Oh, okay. So here I get it. What is your endgame speakers? I don't have one. Personally, like, first of all, if I knew what it was, then it probably wouldn't be an endgame speaker, because I haven't heard everything, and I like different flavors. So I like to listen to something for a while, and then maybe listen to something warmer for a while, and then kind of reset my brain, and then go back. So I kind of like to purge things out and get used to a different sound, and then go back to something else. Some of the new mini DSP devices has direct room correction. They do, and they start about $800, especially if you're trying to do it upstream in the digital domain. Because I don't want DRAC running and then spitting out an analog signal, because I want my DAC. So they do, but your source would basically have to be a computer in that sense, unless you're cool with DRAC or you're cool with the mini DSP doing that analog to digital conversion and then back to analog. So take an analog signal, make it digital, do its thing, and then make the digital back to analog and spit it out. To me, that's too much processing. I'd rather just have a crappy room sound and then hear my DAC than start messing with it with mini DSP. And it's not cheap either. Like DRAC is $800. I think DRAC is starting to come down in price though, or that it's easier to implement DRAC. I think DRAC is making a push into more products. Mini DSP sounds fine. There you go. That's my hookup with mini DSP. They do, however, make a digital one that spits out a digital signal. So I would be cool with that one, but it's expensive. So I just haven't messed with it. Tech is always changing, and there's vintage too. Enjoy the ride. Okay, we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and then we got to go. Or I got to go. I got to go pick up the kiddos from school. Super chat, last minute super chat. Your PCMD, which Polk Audio TSI 100s at $99 pair or mica? Don't even have to. No, Polk all day long, every day, twice on Sunday. No, RB42s are fine, but the Polk TSI 100s at $100 are nuts. That actually might be one of the best deals right now when the Sonys are like 170. Those TSI 100s are good. Good. Edric says, simple solution, EQ everything. RG got to drop the kids at the pool. I know what that means, and that's not what I have to do. Mini DSP 2x4 HD does not convert. It's an analog to analog. Okay. Well, how's it adding anything? Or how's it splitting out to two different channels? Because it's not doing that in the audio domain. So it's taking in an audio, converting it to digital, doing its thing, and then converting it back into audio. So it's taking analog, converting to digital, and digital back to analog. So yeah, you can't mess with something in a tiny little box without converting it into digital and then manipulating the digital signal and then changing it back into analog and then spitting it back out. So unfortunately, it's not analog to analog. It's analog to digital to analog. Yeah. Okay. I feel like my Crichton 1TDXs are end game for me right now, mainly because to find something on a similar level, I would have to spend more than I can afford. Yeah, Crichton 1TDXs are fantastic. Is the Rhodium dongle DAC any good? Much appreciated. It's okay. It's okay. Periodic Audio, it's good company. Their DAC's okay. All right, we're going to call it. Thank you so much for everybody coming on today. A lot of fun. Hopefully I don't get 75 copyright strikes. I guess I'll know when I try to turn the switch on YouTube. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for everybody that was here. And we'll see you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.